Loyalty to your soul will always look like betrayal to the hive. Don't confuse their discomfort with your mistake. It means you're finally free. And shout out to the Awakened One for this quote. Oh my gosh, so true, collective. I feel like you're the person now where you've understands the importance of being true to yourself, the importance of being loyal to you and your soul, right? You've learned this through experiencing betrayal after betrayal after betrayal, backstab after backstab after backstab, right? So many people have come up against you. So many people that were close to you. You thought that they were your friends. You thought they were your family. You thought y'all were real cool, click tight. But it turns out that they weren't. They were just like the rest of them. It turns out like they fell and they folded under pressure. It turns out that they turned their back on you. And so with all of this type of betrayal going on in your life, it literally forced you into hermit mode. It forced you into an isolation, into a healing mode to where you had to figure this shit out and say, wait a minute, something ain't right. And you're not the type of person who follows after a crowd. So you don't get into the trends and stuff. You know, that's never been you. Like, you don't follow after that. You know what I'm saying? So you're the type of person who does your own thing. You think your own way. You know, you do things your own way. You don't move with the crowd. And that irritates a lot of people. You know, that that intimidates people who are not strong enough to lead themselves. That intimidates and becomes a threat to people who cannot think on their own and have to have an active think leader and a think piece for them, you know? And so understand that when you continuously show up and be loyal to your soul and stay true to yourself, you're going to make a lot of other people uncomfortable because listen, you're showing them their own shortcomings. You're showing them where they didn't stay true to themselves. You're showing them where they sold themselves out, right? And so you're going to make people uncomfortable because that's not a normal thing in this society to stay true and loyal to yourself. We're taught to, you know, run this rat race. We're taught to, you know, obey authority, obey the law, and you know, honor authority, and you know, you have to work your way up to this hierarchy and pretty much bow down to anybody that's above you. You know, like that's what we're taught. So of course people with that, you know, and then that's what the whole incentive reward system is based off of that too. So, you know, if you're somebody's token lapdog, then of course no wonder why, you know, these people are loyal to the hive, loyal to the group, loyal to the masses, but never really loyal to themselves. We're never really thinking to themselves because they're chasing that reward. They're chasing the little incentive that they think that that they're getting, and it's not even worth it. You know what I'm saying? So you're the type of person that collective, you're the type of person who makes these people uncomfortable, but don't make that, like this quote says, that is not your mistake. That is not your problem. Don't make it your problem because you're making other people uncomfortable. If you are being you, just doing you, minding your business, that is not a problem. There is nothing wrong with you. It is not your fault that, you know, Sally Joe or Ray Ray can't be around you because your energy is too high or you're just too happy all the time. Like, no, that's not your problem. Listen, you're not out here bothering nobody. Half the time you don't even talk to these people, but yet your presence still irks. It's irritating. It's stirring up something inside of them. You know what I'm saying, collective? And this is all because you're being true to yourself. This is all because you're being loyal to yourself. It's like these people have never seen somebody be loyal. Nobody knows how to be loyal nobody knows how to be loyal nowadays. They don't know how to be loyal to their friends, their family, their relationships. So no wonder it looks funny to be loyal to yourself, but that's where it starts. Everything starts with self. So if I'm loyal to myself and I know how to be loyal to my soul, then that should show you that I'm demonstrating loyalty and I know how to extend that olive branch of loyalty out to anyone else. Like that should make sense. But it doesn't, collective. And a lot of people are misunderstand you because of this. You know what I'm saying? But you don't let this bother you anymore. You're completely unbothered by the fact that people are so pressed about you being loyal to yourself, about you wanting to not be bothered, about you wanting to just keep doing you. You know what I'm saying? They want these people, the hive wants you to be so involved with them. They want to be in your business so much. They want to just snatch you up and then devour you and all the gossip, drama, and lies so badly that they want to make you discomfortable. And this, a lot of the times, this is where people end up falling into the trap, you know, because they'll have these groups of people making them feel uncomfortable about who they are. And so now they're changing themselves. Now they're feeling bad for themselves. Now they're giving in to this hive mindset. And now you're being trapped by the opinions of others. You know what I'm saying? You make other people discomfortable because you're living your life freely. You're living your life the way you want. You don't have these mental chains to trap you down. So many people are living these false lives and they're living in their own mental prisons. So they're going to be bothered by you, someone who is living freely outside of these mental prisons. It's not easy to get out of these mental prisons because the systems that are set here are created to keep us trapped into these types of mental enslavement. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not easy maneuvering through these traps. And so when they see somebody like you living freely and now you're not mentally trapped, that bothers them because they want to be like you. They want to live freely like you, collective. They should be taking notes. You could be, instead of them hating you, you could be showing them the way, okay? But this is what they'll try to do. They'll make you feel uncomfortable. They'll project their own insecurities onto you. They'll project their own discomfort onto you. You know what I'm saying? To discourage you, to push you down, to pipe you down, okay? But that is just proof of your power, and that is proof that you are free, and they're just trying to grab hold of you. It's like they're trying to hang on to you at any given thing. So they're trying to throw all these projections onto you to stay attached. No, babes, collective, you're already moved on. You're already past the fuckery and the bullshit. You're not worried about these group mentality mindsets. You'll never be a part of the crowd. You know you're not built for the crowd. You was always meant to stand alone, and that's how you're ever going to forever be. And now I feel like you're more walking in this confidence, like, you know, I'm okay, I'm good. Like, I've already been through the mud alone, so there's nothing else that I can't accomplish. You know what I'm saying? This is the mindset that you're cultivating, and I'm kudos to you, collective, because this is not an easy feat. Let me tell you, this is not an easy feat. Groups of people will come up against people who go against the system. And you are somebody who successfully freed yourself from the mental traps of society, okay? And this is why they're mad, all right? But continue to live your life freely like you've been doing. And this is just your confirmation, babes, that you've done the work. Remaining loyal to yourself was the key to your happiness, your forever happiness, and your peace. You'll forever be at peace for the rest of your days on this earth. Okay, collective? If this is you down below, if this resonated with you in any way, let me know, okay? And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe because I really want y'all part of my tribe, all right? We growing, all right? If you're returning, thank you so much for your support. Make sure y'all like the video and share the video. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.